Hello and welcome to another episode of Mold Streamer Advice. My name is Caswell and I'm a partnered Twitch streamer, and today we are talking about the myth, the legend, a creature where scientists are not even sure that they exist. But let's talk about the lurkers and you. Lurkers. The people who are watching your channel, but they're really interacting with you. And we have tons of lurkers on nearly every streaming platform. When I was still a mixer, we still had a lot of lurkers. When I'm now on Twitch, we have a lot of lurkers. And what I have seen on other streaming platforms as well, lurkers are normal. Now, why are lurkers a topic on this? Like, why should I know about people who are just watching my channel? Isn't that just like, well, they're watching your channel, that's it? No. There are a few things which we definitely have to talk about, lurkers, and I have seen in the last few months, no matter which platform, a lot of misinformation is going around. A lot of people who have different thoughts on lurkers, and as I said, also unfortunately misinformation on how lurking actually works on those platforms. And I think it is absolutely important that we talk about that. So let's talk about lurkers, shall we? Because, well, we should definitely know about them. When is a person a lurker? Well, a viewer is becoming a lurker when that person is watching your content or listening to your content. They don't even have to watch it, but a lot of people also just listen to your content, and then of course don't really interact with your chat, and they don't do that for hours. I'm a massive lurker myself. Like, I'm somebody who goes into a channel, says a few words, and then plays video games, does cook something, does some cleanup in the background. Like, I'm just, for me, streams are like a TV show. They're like a TV channel. And I don't really interact with my TV program. Like, when I'm watching a TV show, then I'm just sitting there and watch it, and most of the time I'm putting it on my second monitor and do something in the meantime. So a lot of people are doing the same, and that's basically when they lurk. Now, I have seen some streamers in the past few months actively working against lurkers, and that is just weird. That is just absolutely weird. And you might say, wait, why would a streamer not want lurkers in their channel? Engagement. The answer is clearly engagement. We have a little bit of a shift as of late in the streaming industry, where platform holders and also sponsors look more at engagement than just viewer numbers. Like, at the beginning, everyone was looking at the follower numbers. That moved away, and a lot of people started to look at viewer numbers. And then from that, people moved to engagement, because they realized that people who engage have a much higher chance that they might be interested in the product in the end, and that they actually might buy a product in the end. Like, engaging viewers are more likely to spend money. That's at least the theory right now. If this is really true, if this is really how it should work, that is a completely different topic, and a lot of people are still trying to figure that out. But right now, engagement seems to be the focus point for a lot of content creators, for a lot of companies out there, and apparently also, at least for Twitch, when they decide if they want to partner with you or if they don't. So engagement is, of course, very important. But a lurker is still good. Like, let me give you an example. I have been watching a particular channel on Twitch for the last 6 years. I have multiple thousand hours. I think the last time I watched, I had something around 5,600 hours in the channel. Absolutely mind-boggling. And I have always supported the channel. I'm a subscriber there. I tip the channel. And I have set in total 20 messages I think I did send 20 messages in that channel. Wait, what? Yeah, I I hate to chat. What can I say? I'm one of these people who's really just like having some background noise and watching. But here's the thing, for you as a streamer, that still matters. I am still actively watching your stream. I might not give you feedback, and I know that's horrible, but I am there and I'm enjoying, or well, at least taking in your content. And if I think that what you were doing is good, then I'd like to support you. I have lurkers. I I have exactly the same lurkers as I just described myself. I had people on Mixer, and I kid you not, I had people on Mixer who watched me for thousands of hours, have been subscribing to me to 36 months. I have never seen them in chat. Not even once. And I had multiple of those people. And it's just absolutely mind-boggling, right? And so these people do exist. And you should always keep that in mind. Like, lurkers help you even if they are not really engaged with you. Keep in mind that every lurker counts as a viewer, and that pushes you higher in the viewer number lists, and that gives you a higher chance to be found by people on the platform. And maybe at some point the lurker is transforming into an active user in your chat. But why are people against lurkers, or why are actively trying people right now to change lurkers into chatters? Well, as always, this has to do with misinformation. Or let's say not misinformation, but there is some information out there. The first people who read about this information didn't read it thoroughly, or only half of it, or misunderstood something. Then they told their friends about this. They didn't really understand it, and everything got watered down. And at some point, it just sounds like lurkers are a bad thing. And this has to do with something Twitch did a few months ago. A few months ago, Twitch made a big change on how they are counting lurkers. Now, in this case, they only talked about embedded lurkers. What are embedded lurkers? Well, you can take your Twitch stream and embed it on every website. You can embed it on Twitter, you can embed it on Facebook, you can embed it on your own website, and that is exactly what a good amount of people did. They took their streams and put it on their own big company websites. Like, some people have their own wikis, they have their own, like, forums, and there are thousands, tens of thousands of people on these forums at any given time. So whatever happens when somebody entered the website, they counted as a viewer, even though they had no interest whatsoever to participate in that live stream or on a wiki, right? Like, you were going on a wiki to find something about a game. Like, let's say you need, I don't know, the new position of a power armor in a Fallout game. And then every time you would have like a small screen on their website showing the live stream which is running right now. And bam, you would be a viewer in that channel. Even though, again, you have no idea that sometimes you are even watching, and you have also no interest to participate. And for Twitch, it was a step too far. That was like super close to viewboarding, right? And Twitch just said, hey, you know what? We don't really care how you consume the content on our platform, but you have to consume it on our platform. So embedded viewers, after some time, if they don't participate, they will not count as viewers anymore. And of course, a lot of people just read that as, oh my god, they are doing something against lurkers. Oh yeah, that's not good. Damn lurkers. I'm sorry, lurkers. And they made it clear in an official tweet again that they didn't touch lurkers. And this is the most recent tweet Twitch put out a few months ago. And let me read that tweet. I will also put that tweet down below in the description and you can just read on it. Lurkers, don't worry, we see you. We still include viewers who are watching, but may not be chatting, have the stream or browser tab muted, or maybe watching a handful of streams at one time. So they made us absolutely clear here that lurkers are completely fine as long as you are basically consuming the content on their platform. You were good. The moment you were consuming it somewhere else, well, you better participate because then you don't count as a viewer. But this is very important to know because, as I said, I see a lot of people based on these misinformations to believe that lurkers at some point are not getting counted anymore in the chat, or they are only allowed to mute this and that and not just like the video player. And it became really complicated sometimes what like people think about how people can still be counted as lurkers, and Twitch made it very clear in their own official tweet that you don't really have to do much besides of watch it on Twitch and then you are good as a lurker. But for all the streamers out there, love your lurkers, keep care of them, and treat them as part of your community because they are. They are sometimes the silent minority in your stream, and the last thing you want is really losing them. I know it is always better to have an active chat. It is easier for the streamer. It looks better on every statistic, but sometimes people just want to watch. And even when you were looking at big channels who have like a lot of activity, it seems like that 10% of the viewers are only chatting. Because when you're looking at big channels, you see like a flowing chat of text messages. You think, oh yeah, that's a lot of people actually chatting in that chat. Oh man, look at that activity. Till you look a little bit longer, and then you realize, oh, wait a second. It's always the same people. Yeah, but because they have so many, you don't really notice it at like, let's say, 100 people chatting anymore. When you only have 10 people chatting, you notice it. But at a certain point, your brain doesn't really look like for the amount of chatters anymore, and they just see a flow of chat messages and they're like, okay, they are super active. They have super active chat channels. But the reality is sometimes they have also only 10% of chatters. Like I've seen people with 10,000, 20,000 viewers, and you look in their chat and they have about 300, 400 people chatting. Of course, at that number, you don't really realize it anymore because it's still like a lot of names chatting with each other, but it's still far away from the actual viewers. So the best advice I can give here is, again, love your lurkers, let them lurk, let them just enjoy your content, and maybe at some point a lurker start to engage, and if they choose not to, still try to entertain them as much as you would try to entertain a person who's chatting. With that said, thank you so much for watching. My name is Cam Small. As I said, I'm a partnered streamer at twitch.tv. You can always watch me on Monday to Friday, starting at 8 a.m. ET, which is 1 p.m. GMT, and we love to play all the games. Tomorrow we are starting Grounded. We just finished up Destroy All Humans. We have Horizon Zero Dawn coming up, Wasteland 3, and Fall Guys. Like, we have tons of games coming up. And before we actually play video games, every morning we are talking about gaming news. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful day, and hopefully see you in my channel.